Marisol, thank you so much. Hollywood gearing up for the biggest night of the year, the 83rd Annual Academy Awards. And here with the preview of what to expect this Sunday and his Oscar predictions, Bradley Jacobs, senior editor of Us Weekly magazine. Bradley, great to see you again this morning. How you doing?
Great.
Let's talk about what a great year, though, it has been for movies. These are the types of movies that a lot of people have seen and a lot of people have enjoyed.
Absolutely. And they're very different from each other. Just look at the two frontrunners. The King's Speech, kind of an old-fashioned, by the numbers, very solid movie that everyone's parents love, to The Social Network, which couldn't really be more modern, couldn't be more sort of the moment in its content.
Have you noticed a little bit of a shift, though, in the last couple of weeks? Because it seemed around the Golden Globes, everyone was talking, all Social Network, all the time. Now things have kind of shifted a little bit more to The King's Speech.
As far back as September, when this movie first came out, it had all this momentum, incredible reviews, and the New York Film Festival, and you saw Justin Timberlake and all the guys out there, and everyone was talking about it because it had a real cool factor. And then The King's Speech came along later in the year, and it had a more quiet opening, but it just built and built. And, you know, 60 Minutes did a whole segment about the painstaking detail that went into this movie. Harvey Weinstein was out really promoting this movie, and it just has worked, and The Social Network has sort of receded to the background.
All right, now let's talk about the important stuff, and that is the people that are nominated, who's going to win, who will win, who you think will win, in your opinion. And let's start with Best Supporting Actress. So tell me, who do you think is going to win and who will win?
Okay, I think Melissa Leo is going to win. She was an early front runner. I like this performance, but I thought it was a little bit of a caricature. Her work in Frozen River a couple years ago, where she got that other Oscar nomination, was far more nuanced, I thought. Conversely, I think Hailee Steinfeld should win. She really blew me away in True Grit. She was so determined and confident at 14 years old. She's bossing around all these men with her. I think it should go to her, but I think it will be Melissa.
She was great, Hailee was.
Yes.
First role.
Yeah.
You're talking about just jumping right onto the scene.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Best Actress. It seems that Natalie Portman has got all the buzz. Annette Bening, Bridesmaid, a lot of times in this category. What do you think?
This is probably going to be Annette Bening's fourth loss, sadly. Natalie Portman, you know, this is just a game-changing role for her. I'm still thinking about this performance months after it happened. She's haunting as this ballerina, dancing off the rails. Plus, Chris, there's the pregnancy factor. What Academy member can resist congratulating her? She's all around town pressing the flesh. She's pregnant. She's gorgeous. It's tough to not give her the gold.
So we're going to congratulate her for being pregnant? Is that what you're saying?
Congratulate her.
Way to go,
all
Natalie.
These things happening at the same time.
All right, let's talk supporting actor right now. Christian Bale is the odds-on favorite. Jeffrey Rush, though, is, I don't know, you never know, could potentially
Again,
spoil.
Jeffrey Rush, yes, he could ride the rush for The King's Speech and end up winning. But I do think it will be Christian Bale. He's won all the early awards. He just tore it up as this crack-addled former boxer. You know, you kind of hate him as you're watching it, but you're definitely rooting for him. It takes quite an actor to elicit both those emotions from the audiences. And I think he's kind of cleaned up his act, too. He's kept those temper tantrums out of the news this year.
Let's see what happens if he loses. Best actor now. Colin Firth seems to be the runaway favorite in this category.
Again, yes. I mean, he just nailed this stammering king, the painstaking detail that went into this performance. Also, the friendship between the two men is really what makes this film kind of a gem. You don't see a friendship between two grown men blossoming on screen very often, but the scenes between them have just incredible energy and pathos. I think that Colin Firth is the most sure thing you have.
All right, Best Director. Let's not spend too much time on this one.
David Fincher. He's going to win, and he should win. I thought he turned this story, The Social Network, about a bunch of rich kids at Harvard suing each other, into something that everyone could understand, and it was very briskly paced. It was a lot of fun to watch. I think he'll win.
No offense to the directors, of course, because we want to get to Best Picture, which is the big one.
Again, I do think in the end it will be The King's Speech. I personally
Come on, go out on a limb here.
Well,
give me the upset special, potentially.
The upset special, I think, would be The Social Network.
Yeah.
I really don't see it happening. But if anything is going to take the prize away from Harvey Weinstein and the gang, it's The Social Network.
And finally, the hosts. this is a little bit of a departure for them. I mean, this is not, I want to say a chance, but these are not two blockbuster stars here. James Franco and Anne Hathaway, both good in their own right, but not blockbuster stars here.
They're a little more famous than they are actual box office stars. You know, 127 Hours has only made about 20 million. Love and Other Drugs, her movie with Jake Gyllenhaal, was pretty much a bomb. It made like 32 million. But they are young. They have a great kind of cool chemistry with each other. I think they're going to be very funny and charming, and it will be interesting to see if anyone can really quantify how much young people, quote unquote, tune in because of Anne Hathaway and James Franco.
You got it. So edgy, but not Ricky Gervais Golden Globes edgy.
Yeah, no, they're not super edgy. I think they'll be funny, like I said, funny, charming, sharp, witty.
All right, Bradley. Thank you so much. Bradley Jacobs, good to see you here this morning. And now let's go over to Erica.
All right, Chris, thanks. When life hands you lemons,